Welcome back, dear viewers. Thank you for staying with us here on Nile Cruise. In this segment, we'll be talking about green tourism, the importance of green tourism, and the environmentally friendly tourism. This, of course, as Egypt is hosting the world in the City of Peace, the city of Sharm el-Sheikh, in order to save our planet for the sake of mankind in COP27. And with us in this segment is tour guide and tourism expert, Mrs. Maha Abdel Fattah. A very good day to you, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Mrs. Maha, so, you know, green tourism, I mean, if somebody had heard this terminology a few years back, you know, they would have been stunned or asked, what is green tourism? I'm sure that some people still do not know what is green tourism. So what could you tell us about green tourism and its importance?
That's true, because actually this is a new term, green tourism, and this is because actually they realized that impact of environment became dangerous on environmental sites and places. So they started to think that they needed a new kind of tourism, which is green tourism. Green tourism means that people who are interested to go to natural places, this is their first priority in visiting a place, not to go to museums or culture places, but to go to the natural areas and to mingle with the local people and see local industries, and they are interested more in this kind of tourism.
So could you give us, Mrs. Maha, examples of green tourism that we have here in Egypt?
Sure, we have like 16 places that have been defined to be green places in Egypt. All the oases, the Bahariya, Dakhla, Kharga, Siwa, all these Farafra, all these oases are considered.
The western desert.
Yes,
yeah.
and then we
sure,
have.
There's something up in the Mediterranean, sure. Marsa Matruh, maybe?
No, but I'm telling you the 16 places that have been defined.
Yes.
So the oasis and Dahab, Nuweiba, Marsa Alam, Sharm el-Sheikh, of course, Gona in Gardaga, Red Sea, Qusir.
So we've covered Sinai, the Red Sea, and
yes,
the Western Desert.
Sharm el-Sheikh and Nab.
Yeah.
Marsa Alam, of course. Then we have got also Halayb and Shalatim. And Halayb and Shalatim, these are marvelous places that even Egyptians never visited. These places, but they are marvelous.
Have you been there, Mrs. Ma?
I haven't been there, but I have one of my relatives that visited the place and sent us photos. It was marvelous place. Really marvelous. Lots of green areas, and plus we have places in Minya, we have places in St. Catherine, and this area is very important because actually religious trips are interested to go there.
Sure. So Egypt's sustainable green tourism strategy is being presented at COP27. How far do such conferences or such big world events like COP27 hosted by Egypt can be beneficial to the vital tourism industry here in Egypt, Mrs. Ma?
Yes, this is very important. Imagine that around 35,000 visitors or guests are coming to the conference, plus press, plus TV, cameras and screens. So imagine all this is focusing on Sharm el-Sheikh as a beautiful green, the first green subsidal city in Egypt. They declared it to be the first green city, and Prime Minister declared that the city is ready now to receive the conference. All the transportation network now is running by electricity. Most of the hotels now is using solar energy. or eco-friendly hotels, they call it so.
There's
So,
a green hospital there also.
sorry?
A green hospital in Sharm el-Sheikh.
Yes.
Yeah, the first in Africa.
Yes,
Yeah.
so the place is ready for the issue of the conference actually.
Sure. And it will stay
Forever.
a green city
Forever.
forever,
Of
inshallah.
course.
So if you aspire to be um, what they call a sustainable tourist, you should educate yourself before you go on your vacation. How can you do that? I mean, educating yourself before visiting a certain destination.
This is very important for us because a tourist, especially if he is a diver, for example, or he loves diving, he needs to know how he can practice his hobby without injuring the coral reefs, actually. And this is this.
Not without injuring him or herself,
Or
without injuring
or injuring
the
himself.
reefs.
But this is actually he's going to be responsible by the man who's going to accompany him in the diving. They never go, I think, alone. Yani. But I mean that they needed to know that there is some tourists, and this is very few of them, that cut some of the coral reefs and take it with them back. So they have to understand that this is by all means against the law, and they can be fined greatly if they found that.
Yeah.
But actually, they need to read and know that visiting green places should be protected by them, as it was protected by the environmental communities.
Okay, so now we have green tourism in addition to the regular forms that we knew, the historic or cultural or leisure or medical or conference now or sports tourism, a lot of sectors. In your view, which of these sectors are doing very well and we should capitalize on this, and which sectors should we give a hand so as to produce more visitors per sector?
Okay. We used to have, actually, from long time ago, we used to have trips that were organized by special kind of tourists that would like to come for watching birds, for example. We need to promote for this more and more, because we have fantastic places, islands in Aswan, for example, or in places in Fayoum, that can be promoted greatly by these kind of tourists who were attracted to come to Egypt for this reason.
That would be green, right?
Sorry?
I mean, watching birds,
Yes,
that would be
yes.
green.
This is the kind of tourism that were practiced in Egypt as a green tourism from long time ago. This is plus people who like to come for safari and for stargazing. This is now a type of people that love to come for stargazing. We need to promote this as well. We had fishing already competitions, international fishing competitions in Gordaga from long time ago, but we need to promote more for other activities that is related to marine life.
Right. And Ms. Maha, from your perspective, how can we attract new markets to to Egypt as a destination? I'm sure we have good markets, maybe in Europe. This has been affected, of course, by the Russia-Ukraine crisis. Maybe a good market in the Arab world. I mean, you tell us, and how can we attract new markets?
There are some fields in tourism that can be very attractive to meditation, for example. We have lots of places that can be very perfect for meditation. And other activities that needed to be more promoted, like climbing mountains, like snorkeling, of course, diving more and more. There are lots of or those who like to go and mingle with the local people. I mean, go to local markets, go to see handmade local places. This is very attractive to some people. We needed to promote this as well.
What is your favorite type of tourism personally?
Personally, I love going to the oasis. I love it. I love to go to green areas. Green actually relieves the heart. When you see green areas, you feel peace, and this is what we need. And I forgot to tell you that in Sharm el-Sheikh they are working or they worked already in enlarging the Peace Park in Sinai, in St. Catherine, in order to attract more and more people to this location as a religious spot, and visiting Mount of Sinai as well.
Right. And when we say green, we don't mean the color, right? We mean environmentally friendly.
Yes, yes.
So the North Coast, I mean, there are, I would assume, there are many areas that can be designed for green tourism, right? And the Mediterranean, I guess.
Yes, all the beaches, all the green areas. But we have plenty. We have plenty of fantastic places that haven't been discovered yet, even by the Egyptians.
Indeed. And great weather.
And great weather, of course. And this is going to be important this year, specifically after the effect of that the gas and reducing fuel and things like that. They will never find more permanent sunny place like Egypt.
Indeed, sunny, warm, and beautiful weather, especially in the autumn, I guess.
And
we're in the autumn now.
And I think cheap plays as well. Yeah. We are very cheap in comparing to any other country.
All right. So you have a positive outlook for the upcoming winter season.
Yes, it's a fantastic season for tourism.
Okay.
We already have all places are very busy.
Okay, very good to hear.
Very good season, thank God.
Indeed, alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, tour guide and tourism expert, Mrs. Maha Abdel, for being with us on Nile Cruise. Hope to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.